Hey everyone, my name is Dylan Dugan and welcome back to Tech Warrior. In today's video I'm going to be talking about why I returned my Xiaoyi M1 and why I think it's a pretty bad camera. Let's get into it. So today's video is sponsored by teacherjobfairs.org, your teacher recruitment headquarters, and my brand new Udemy series. Both links are down below. So, I bought the Xiaoyi M1. What is a Xiaoyi M1? If you're not aware, it is a 4K point-and-shoot mirrorless Micro Four Thirds camera. And what that means is that it's basically sort of like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, actually, like the Panasonic GH4, but in a much smaller size, very similar to the Samsung NX1000, which is also the mirrorless camera. Now, I bought the Xiaoyi M1 for around $350, which came with the kit lens that comes with it. I only bought one lens with it. And the reason why I decided to buy the camera is because there's been a lot of negative kind of reviews on the camera itself. And there's been some reviews just like this one.
Would you like a camera for free, people? Free camera. It's a Xiaoyi M1.
That sounds good. Seriously?
Yeah.
Simple as that.
As simple as that. Shoots 4K, 24 megapixels. Enjoy it. It's rubbish.
It's that good, is it? There you go.
And also this one.
I'm surprised they're still sending me shit after what I said about their mirrorless camera that is blatant rip-off of a Leica. Conclusion in a nutshell, Xiaoyi is cheap, that's it, and it works. That's enough.
After seeing reviews like that, I needed to know for myself, is this camera as bad as they say it actually is? So what I decided to do is I emailed Yi, the company. They said that they weren't going to be able to send me a camera. For obvious reasons, my channel's not big enough, this, that, and the other thing. That's just how it is, you know. That's what happens when you're a smaller channel on YouTube. And that's fine because it was just worth a shot. So what I decided to do is I still needed to know, is this camera as bad as they say it is? So I decided to buy one. And I was actually really excited for the camera. I was ready to shoot 4K. I really love anything that shoots 4K. My camera that you're seeing on right now actually doesn't, and so does this one. Doesn't shoot 4K either. But I do have a few kind of point-and-shoot cameras, like a GoPro that shoots 4K, and I just love 4K because it's better for stabilization, and it's got better resolution, and there's just a few cool things that you can do with 4K. It's just pretty cool. So I was excited to get this camera, and it was going to be a really good one because it's Micro Four Thirds, so I can use my lenses for my GH4 on the camera mount for the Yi M1, and that's going to be amazing because I have some really great prime lenses and zoom lenses, and I couldn't wait to use them. So I get the camera in the mail, I go out there and I start shooting. So what are the things that I see just right out of the gate? Now, the reason why I'm holding the NX1000 here in my hand is because the image quality so similar to the Xiaoyi M1. And you might be thinking, okay, that's not that bad. But the thing is this camera was originally constructed 7 years ago, the model for this camera. This camera itself was made 2 years ago. But the build for this camera, the software, the system, was made 7 years ago. So you would not expect a camera like this to have really good image quality today, you know, to our expectations. But surprisingly, it looked just like the Yi M1's image quality. Now, the thing is I'm a little bit disappointed, or I'm actually kind of angry, actually, because I bought the camera for $350, which is as much as I bought my Nikon D3400 with a kit lens for. And the D3400 has astonishing, just amazing image quality. Right now I'm using a prime lens right now to add more light to the scene, but I mean, it has amazing image quality. I love it so much. It's such a great camera. And that camera I've always said can't be beat. And I pinned it up against a GH4 and it's always impressed me. So a camera for $350, I'm expecting it to impress me. Now, the reason why I expected it so much is because Yi has done a lot to go ahead and promote their cameras. They've given it to huge YouTubers. They've went ahead and promoted it all over the place. They've done everything they could to promote the camera. So with that in mind, I needed to go ahead and find out for myself. People have said the camera's unreliable. Well, I needed to figure it out for myself. When I recorded my video with the Yi M1, I didn't really notice that glitch as much, but it was there. And for me, as a person that does YouTube videos a lot, music videos, short films, the whole thing, I expect a camera that when I press the record button, it works perfectly. There's no missed frames. There's no glitchiness in the video quality. There's no anything wrong. There's no mismatched colors. There's nothing like that. And I've seen cameras as cheap as $30 cameras that have had really good image quality or decent image quality, the image quality itself, but they don't have problems. And for a camera that costs 10 times that amount to go ahead and have glitchiness in their 4K video, that's unacceptable. And the other thing that's terrible about the camera that I noticed was that it could not focus for the life of me. The camera just literally shot itself in the foot. It can't focus at all. And that's kind of disappointing. It really is disappointing because I feel like a camera that has that much hype, and that's supposedly the new innovation for mirrorless micro four thirds 4K point and shoot cameras. I thought that a camera like that would be pretty powerful. I never expected a camera like that to be able to shoot a music video, just like I don't expect this one to shoot a music video or a short film or really be anything. It's just for a little travel camera, right? But the thing is that I feel like Yi has built a camera that sucks, and then they decided to go ahead and just build more cameras after that, just to go ahead and just flood the market with cameras that are no good. To be honest, I haven't tested out any other cameras except the Xiaoyi M1, so I can't tell you. But what I've seen from their 360 cameras or their action cameras, I've seen that they're not as good. They're not good. They're nowhere near cameras like a GoPro Hero or even some of the kind of fake GoPros, the ones that are kind of rebuilt from a different manufacturer for like literally $100. They can't beat that camera either. So it makes you think, why would you choose a Yi over something else? Or that makes me think that, it makes me think, why would I choose a Yi camera over a camera that costs probably $20, $30 less as an action camera, But again, I've never tested those cameras out. All I've tested out was the Xiaoyi M1. So comparing the Xiaoyi M1 to the closest camera I can, which is the NX1000, really, to be honest, the Xiaoyi M1 should be compared to the D3400 because they're around the same price range. And the D3400 is a 1080p camera, and the Xiaoyi M1 is a 4K camera. Now, the Xiaoyi M1 only shoots at 30 frames per second, but it's 4K. And the D3400 shoots 1080p at 24 frames per second. One's micro four thirds, one APS-C, but at the end of the day, they even out to around the same type of image quality. They should have the same type of image quality. Or actually, the Xiaoyi M1 should have better image quality, actually. But I couldn't even compare it to the D3400 because the D3400 it's just way better. So we won't even go there. I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to kind of pair it up with the NX1000. Now, I can tell you what, I'm not a pixel peeping guy. I don't really look at, okay, let me look at the edges or the how sharp the image is and things like that. I don't really care about that kind of thing because most of the time I look at pictures that's on Instagram. But the thing is right out of the gate, I saw the Xiaoyi M1 it was lacking it. Now, why am I going down so hard on the Xiaoyi M1? Why? Why did I return it? Why do I think that it wasn't a good camera for me? Well, to be honest, the camera's had a lot of hype. There's been a lot of confusion on if it works or it doesn't. And when I test out cameras, I need them to work. I need them to function. And cameras like even my Canon PowerShot, that one's worked better and has even better stabilization in it for half the price. The other thing is that I expect the camera to not have glitchiness in it. And the other thing is that when you hear other YouTubers talking bad about the camera, it makes me think that maybe I should kind of maybe not be too nice about it. Maybe Yi should change something for me to go ahead and feel better about the camera. I thought that they would fix the problem with the glitching. I thought they were going to fix the problems like that. They didn't. Now, remember that I'm not trying to go ahead and stop you from buying a Yi M1. This is just my honest review. This is just me. People like Kaiman Wong, who did the bad review on it before, they still sent them another camera after that. So Yi doesn't really look like they're trying to fix anything. They're not going to fix anything. They haven't fixed anything. They still keep making cameras to go ahead and flood the market and try to go against cameras like the GoPro Omni for 360 or even the Ricoh Theta S for 360, if even that. But there's cameras like the Kodak 360 camera or cameras like the Samsung 360 camera, and those cameras don't have those issues. So At the end of the day, I needed to return mine because I feel like the camera was lacking. It wasn't good image quality, and it was glitchy. As a filmmaker, it was useless. It was crap. As a photographer, the camera was okay. The focusing was absolutely horrendous, the worst I've ever seen in my entire life. And at one point, I really felt like, should I just take my Canon PowerShot out, which is literally the lowest level resolution camera you can buy? Should I just take that out and shoot this image instead of this camera that costs twice the amount? So that's the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully I haven't been too harsh. I'm not trying to stop you from buying the camera, really. To be honest, I bought the camera. I think you should get it as well, because you got to go ahead and see for yourself if the camera is good for you as a photographer or filmmaker or not. I know it wasn't for me. I definitely wouldn't have given it away, but I can tell you that it was worth getting my money back for me. And I really don't say that a lot about cameras. So that's just my opinion. So that's the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.